ศรีการนาควิสุทธิ์ and welcome to Be My Guest, the show that will take you to meet the masterminds of many famous Thai fashion brands in the world of fashion. Now today we'll be meeting with a famous Thai fashion designer who was on a mission to bring timeless classic style to the fast-paced modern world with a sophisticated touch under the name Asava. Welcome back. You're with me, Lukao Sikana Kavisud, and at the moment I'm with the founder and creative director of Asava, the brand, and ASV by Asava, คุณพลพัฒน์อัศวประภา or คุณหมู สวัสดีค่ะคุณหมู
สวัสดีครับ
So คุณหมู can you tell us about your fashion designing career? When did you realize your passion for fashion?
Oh, geez, that's a very difficult question. I think the business actually started in 2008, but I think the idea or my idea about becoming something, not necessarily a designer, but I'm very obsessed with design and fashion. I think that started since when I couldn't even remember.
Very young.
I think developed at age of 13, 14 along that line. Yes.
So did you study with fashion?
Eventually, yes. But my background is actually in mass communication, advertising, public relation, and after I did my undergraduate, I went to study MBA, strategic management, and after that, I mean, it's a long journey, until I got to study what I want to study eventually. Yeah, but yes, the answer is yes. But when I went to design school, I was already in my mid-20s already.
Oh, right.
Yeah, after my master.
So can you tell us a bit about how Asava, the brand, started up?
It's actually my long-time dream since, like I said, like when I was 13, and I went to study in New York, and then after I graduated, I was very fortunate enough to be able to be an intern at Marc Jacobs, who was a designer at Louis Vuitton. When I started to intern there, it's in the early 90s before he joined Louis Vuitton. So he's already a big designer, but not as big as he
today.
is. Yeah, as he is now. So after that, it was kind of like learning experience. So I worked in New York for 10 years. My last job is I was working with Max Mara. So I was working between New York and Milan, and I moved back to Bangkok in 2004, and I started my brand in 2008. So it's my brand is about 5 years old now.
5 years
yes,
now.
Yeah,
So can you tell us about the concept of the brand? I actually read on your website that you had a mission.
My DNA, not my DNA, the DNA for my brand, it's 3 words. The first is urban, sophisticated, and realistic. That's how we design. Every piece of Asava clothing is designed around that framework. So that's how we try to form an idea of what kind of woman we like Asava women to be. So that's the 3 important words for us. But along the way, it's been 5 years now, so it has evolved to something a bit more, I think fresher, younger. I think fashion is about change.
Yes.
So although I'm getting older, my brand has to get younger every day, because that's how fashion is. Fashion has to be young and fresh and moving all the time. So that's something that we have to strive for in my design, and it's goal for our company to make sure that our brand, our designs always be in demand.
So you have the inspiration from these bold women that live in like the city and they don't have to live in the city, but they have the mentality of the big city girl. They can be in Iowa, they can be in Wyoming, they can be anywhere, but they have to think like a girl from New York or a girl from London. Ready for challenge.
And yeah, they're very fast-paced, and also very open-minded, and always want to try something new, and always look around and want to become a better person or to learn about the other stuff in life. We're not designing a clothes for women who just be an housewife. You know, we like women who inspire to
Just
be
active
very
and
active and also
ready.
inspired to be something else, and
ready
you know
to conquer the world.
exactly, exactly.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this piece that I'm wearing is by, this is Asava
This
or
is ASV by Asava.
Oh, okay.
ASV, I have two brands now. First is Asava, which launched in 2008.
Yes.
And then my second line came out in 2010. ASV is a sister line.
Sister line. What's the difference between the two brands?
Well, it's actually, you know, like a meaning and the definition of the sister. They are very similar in a way, but they're different too. ASV is a bit more approachable.
Is it like age-wise? Like this one's younger,
yes,
this one's older,
exactly.
women?
But I don't think age is very important this day. I don't think a person is defined by their age anymore. I
no.
think it's defined by their lifestyle and their mentality and their preference. So in a way, age is one of the factors, but it's not all the factor that when we design something, this has to go to Asava, this has to go to ASV. But ASV lady, it's a woman. It's a bit more adventurous, a bit more approachable.
Fun.
Yeah, and very inspirational too, aspirational. So it's 3A. Approachable, adventurous, and aspirational. So in another word, in a way, it's one day if as a woman want to wake up and be more experimental, more adventurous, she can wear ASV, and it can be a crossover between the two as well.
Well, age is just a number, so
Yes.
I guess it depends on the style and what
Their
you
preference,
want
yes,
to be.
yeah, because I don't think it doesn't really make people different anymore by age. You can't really
Yes.
tell.
And how about your brand? Have you marketed like international? How has it been?
Yes, we actually show our collection in Singapore 2 years ago, and we actually exhibit our work in Tokyo, and we have some other clients, international clients that would like to carry our brand internationally, but it's not significant for our business yet. I wouldn't say that we conquer or we actually market our product international that
Right.
effective yet, and it's in the plan. It's you know, Asava compared to other brands, we're still babies, so I think it's
Right,
very
it's quite
important.
new,
Yeah, it's
5
very
years.
very important to make sure that we understand what we're doing and we know what we are going. So it's in the plan, but we definitely need some preparations to go international.
Right. So mainly at the moment, you have sort of mainly grown in Thailand as
Yes.
the largest base.
Right, and then
for
we
the
have
brand.
some store in Singapore that carry our stuff.
Where can people find your brand? If around the world, anywhere like in Thailand, if a girl in Thailand is watching our show and would like to be
everywhere
styled by
in the
you.
major department store, Emporium, Paragon, Central. You can also find us online
All right.
at www.asawagroup.com. That you can always check our new collection there as well.
Oh, okay. So you've got the Facebook and the website.
Yes, the Facebook, the website, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, everything. Yeah.
Yeah, Asava, A-S-A-V-A.
Asawa Group.
Yes, Asava Group.
Yes.
Okay, so like along the way, whether marketing international or growing, what have been the main challenges and difficulties?
Well, you know, the business all start up from my passion. So I think it's very challenging how to turn your business from a small business entrepreneur, so to speak, to become an organization where it's growing, and you know, it's in a fast pace like fashion business. You need to turn your passion to be more systematic, and you have to manage your business well. So in order to balance your passion and what you like with the business
With
side,
business
that's
and
it's very very important, very challenging. And today when we talk about the competitions of the fashion business, even if we only in Bangkok, we don't compete against local brand anymore. We compete against international brands where they have numbers and numbers of resources and advertising, PR budgets, and you know, cost-effective everything. So we you know, as a designer, as an entrepreneur, you have to be more ready to conquer the market. So you cannot just sit there and design anymore. You have to understand how other factors in your organization become very, very vital for your business to grow.
Because it's so competitive these days, like so many brands starting up all the time.
Exactly.
I guess it's very
and also not only local, we're talking about international brands as well. So it's hard when you have to against professional, international, experienced people. So that's a very challenging job for me as a designer or as a business person.
Right. Well, you're doing well.
Oh, thank you.
Well, another question for this break. Can you tell us about you've worked with many designers, both international. Who have you worked with?
International designer by you mean to show the collection together with them, or what do you mean by international?
Have you collaborated?
Mostly we collaborate with local designers, with
local
local artists, local illustrators. We work with different, we like to find a new talent, and we like to say the superstar of our country, and to promote their works and their art pieces to be known around the world. So next season, a year from now, we are developing a print by a local artist to use the painting and develop our own textile. So that will be come out in 2015. Yeah.
Very interesting. 2015. We'll have to wait and see that.
Yes,
when that
everything
comes
has to
out.
be 1 year ahead of time. So what we are working on now, we'll launch the end of this year or beginning next year.
How often do you launch a new collection?
2 major collections a year, and 2 resorts or holidays a year. So for one brand or one line, you have to do pretty much 4 collections. So 2 lines, 8 collections a year.
Right.
And next year, we'll start working on my men's line. So I have to do 12 collections a year.
That's quite a lot of hard work.
Yeah, that's
at the moment we're filming. This is your workshop, your work studio, right?
Yes,
As I
yes.
understand.
My creative hub. Yes. Yeah.
And before our interview, I could see you running around, doing a lot of work, getting contacted by everyone, doing a million tasks
It's
at the
actually
same time.
as a designer, you just can't just sit there and design anymore. Your job is to juggling around and make sure that your stuff or your design come out as you want, and so it will be marketed at the right place at the right time at the right price. So it's not never an easy day.
Right. Okay. Well, we're going to take a break now. More about that after we come back.